Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and welcome back to the Wolf's Kingdom. Today, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Wolf's Day Out. I'm not doing anything. It's a relaxed, cool, calm, comfortable day. And me and Rusha are heading to Abu Dhabi, Yas Island, to watch my favorite sport, the coveted Grand Prix Formula One. This is going to be outstanding. After a long time, I've decided to do something for myself. For a change, I'm not going to live for others today. I'm going to live for myself. The kind courtesy of my beloved, we've got these 2 passes to go to Yas Island and watch the finest sports that was ever created. The rush of adrenaline, ladies and gentlemen, even if it's not mine, it's just brilliantly outstanding. The current champion for Formula One, I'm told, is Max Verstappen, and he drives for Red Bull. And he's supposed to be the 2022 champion. And then there is Charles Leclerc for he drives a Ferrari. Then we have Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez, if I'm not mistaken, drives for Red Bull. And then we have this Jeremy or George Russo, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's George Russo. George drives for Mercedes. And we also have Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton drives, and I think he drives the Ferrari, I'm not very sure. Sorry, and he's got about 100 races under him. But, ladies and gentlemen, all said and done, my love for Michael Schumacher will never die. Unfortunately, this handsome young German man went through a very, very bad phase in his life. He had a skiing accident in 2013, and yet he is under very serious medical attention. I sincerely hope he gets well soon. My God, it's been almost 10 years. And in a while, we'll be heading towards Abu Dhabi, and I'll keep you posted, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, enjoy a beautiful Saturday. I'll take you all the way through all the rides, all the circuits, and everything there has to offer by Formula One. I'll keep you posted. Don't worry. Have a wonderful day, and God bless you all. Hey guys, I've just been informed by Rusha that tripods are not allowed on the racetracks, and unfortunately I will have to make my videos using my hands, so I don't know if I'll be able to hold it stable or not for a long time, but I'll definitely let you know. In a short while, we'll be heading on to Sheikh Zayed Road on our way to Abu Dhabi, and I'll keep you posted. You look after yourself. We'll be back soon. And we're on our way to Abu Dhabi. This is the Emirates Road 311. Rushad is driving, and after Jabal Ali, we will merge with the Sheikh Zayed Road. And I'll keep you posted along the way. Here we are at the paddock. We're at the pit lane. Check out the roar of these engines. Pit lane right now. And very shortly we should find ourselves a place to sit. And Formula One, ladies and gentlemen, Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, the Grand Prix. Here we are at the pit stop of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. Check out the roar of these engines. Outstanding. That's Max Verstappen's goal. And this one's Sergio Perez. Here we are at the Lewis Hamilton stall. That's his pit stop, and his engines are roaring as well. check this out. Stunning. Check out these outstanding machines. Whoa! Toys for big boys. Amazing. Awesome. Now we need to find a seating arrangement for ourselves. This is Yas Marina, the racing track for the Grand Prix. That's a welcome to the race.
Down at 29 degrees. We've seen it 2 or 3 degrees higher than that throughout practice and qualifying. 23 laps of this 850 million euro circuit. And we're certainly going to see the drivers have to keep their head about them, have to manage the tyres, not have to manage any pit stops, of course, being the sprint race event. So plenty of motions on track practice, 3 empty motors.
You haven't left. You haven't left on the lines.
Let's hear from our drivers occupying the front row. Liam Lawson and Richard He will maintain the lead into turn 1. Can Cordial put the pressure on Lawson? There's lock up there for Hauger. Car number 1 tries to make the corner, and Sargent is car number 6 trying to keep it together. Got to keep his nose clean though. Can't afford to back out too much though, because he's got Dragovic all over. Oh, that was a big crash into the wall. Immediately into the wall. Fit and heavily involved in that. We've seen it before in previous years, and that will require a safety car at the least. It's for sure who holds the lead. Lawson P2, Cordial P3, but 2 cars involved in that. Race control will be assessing the situation. Will they neutralise things as they try to break the toe? Dutch driver leading the race at the moment. They're too wide. Could they get wider still down there? And there's Doohan defending from Pourchaire. Pourchaire's already had contact. Look at the state of that nose. It is 3 wide into turn number 6. And there is Roy Nizami fighting through. Logan Sargent heading backwards. Alex Brumman.
Pourchaire's been trying to make his way through since the very beginning. The cold rear tyres through the mid corner of turn 2, and you'll see that little bit of oversteer movement.
Jihan Daruvala crashing into the sidelines.
Car placement there from Daruvala, clearly not intentional anyway, and it's the kind of things that happen when the cars are in close proximity at the beginning of the race.
So, major clean-up job required down there at the exit of the corner, and Logan Sargent staying in P3, a driver who he was getting shuffled back. Clearly, the pressure you don't get any rain in these parts, so you're always able to guarantee the mileage. So as the clean-up job continues with the Tech Pro and the 2 cars involved, we can go on board with the driver who started today second in the points standings. It's Teo Pourchaire. He's going to have a lock-up, I believe, down into turn 1. No, the lock-up was ahead. That's how he got the rubber mark on his nose.
Yeah, he was hounding Doohan and eventually managed to make the move, didn't he, down towards turn 6. But he hounded Doohan for basically the whole first.
Who's going to dive to the inside and take the place race away. Hauger up to fourth on the final lap, but still refusing to give it up, and they're all over the curb, fighting for P4. All the while, nothing between the two cars, but Hauger gets it done.
Cordial just without the grip makes a valiant effort.
And Rushad and I are alone so far, nobody's coming. Half an hour more to go before the actual Grand Prix begins on the next screen. Here we are.
Two DRS zones and plenty of chances for overtaking in the race. Speeds of over 200 miles an hour here in qualifying tonight around the 16 corners.
Well, that mechanic for the team as well. But yeah, with his clear visor, Seb takes to the track. As you say, with Daniel Ricciardo, with Mick Schumacher, with Nicholas Latifi. It's going to be their last qualifying session for quite some time. We don't know where the next one will be for those four guys, but Seb is going to enjoy it. And one last time, let's try and get out.
Road still slipping up against the barrier, massively fast. Penultimate corner and hard on the nose then as you tip it in once again into the pit straight. Stay within the track limits and the line comes up very quickly indeed, and that is the time I'd love to see the cars under the floodlights. And
9 poles, no one's going to beat that for this weekend, but they've never translated consistently enough that Saturday pace into Sunday morning.
250 miles an hour, 250, 260 kilometres per hour through there. And the cars are really gripped up. You can see obviously on the softest of the compound tyres. Some drivers like to late apex, or maybe not even apex there at all. The Ferrari, reluctant, you'd have to say, to transmit the power down the long back straight. They just keep pulling through the gears, making sure to shift.
Goes third fastest.
The Ferraris, didn't they? So both McLarens are up there as well. Daniel Ricciardo not too far behind either. Which is a good car for this package. Those cars are scattering, trying to get out of the way here. Verstappen then, the green middle sector, purple first sector goes fastest by 66 thousandths of a second.
Barely the blink of an eye. Daniel Ricciardo goes fifth fastest behind his teammates Lando Norris, but that's a decent effort from him. And in the final sector, we've got somebody who's causing yellow flags. I don't think they interfered with Lewis Hamilton and his progression. Hamilton hasn't had the paciest of laps, as you can see, 0.8 of a second off the pace. His teammate George Russell just coming around the final corner now. Russell over the line goes fourth fastest, but still Mercedes a long way off the records there.
8 for Russell. It's massive innovation, but I'm sure there is a pattern of finding a gap on the track and working out when to release your car and take the blankets off.
Yuki Tsunoda, currently 10th fastest, has been called to the weighbridge. It's a random process by the FIA, happens throughout sessions and throughout qualifying, and where they pluck a car to come and see them, just to make sure that everything is compliant in terms of the weight of the car, with the driver taken into consideration too. So we've got just under 5 minutes to go here, and we've got the two Williams of Latifi and Albon, with Albon having his best time deleted for exceeding track limits. Occupying the final two spots, Valtteri Bottas is down third from the bottom, which is a strange position to see him in because his qualifying has improved of late. Mick Schumacher is down there as well, not got beyond Q1 at the last 3 races. And this man, Sebastian Vettel, also in the bottom 5. Let's head down to 10.
So if you're looking at the drivers' helmets and you think there are 3 Sebastian Vettels out there aren't. It's just that there's Sebastian Vettel in his helmet, there's Fernando Alonso in a Sebastian Vettel helmet, and there's Mick Schumacher in a Sebastian Vettel tribute helmet as well. But it's Fernando Alonso who gets wheeled back into the garage looking for some answers, clearly not happy with the team.
Best Gemma still gets the P14 at the moment.
Only just for Fernando Alonso as Tsunoda goes 10th fastest, and Alonso right on the cusp of things by that 5/100ths of a second there, I think has made it. And Kevin Magnussen from pole in Sao Paulo is going to have to put up with another Q1 elimination for him and for Haas.
Yeah, it's obviously the car was working beautifully in Brazil and he made the most of the weather conditions, but when it came down to pure pace here, this was like an arcade game for Sebastian Vettel, threading his way through. He did brilliantly there.
He put a lot of trust in Alonso and Tsunoda and Ocon not to veer veer off the line, or the racing line, or the off-racing line that they were on. A lot of faith, a lot of trust in his driver. Sergio Perez right in there as well. And this is George Russell getting a very nice tow.
Don't know what that Red Bull was doing, but the rest going so slow.
Yeah, they had to split, didn't they? The two silver arrows with the Red Bull stuck in the middle.
In the middle of the roads. Go slowly in the middle of the road, yeah.
So, in very exciting first part of qualifying, sees Verstappen and Perez, fastest drivers overall. We've lost Latifi, Albon, Bottas, Gasly and Magnussen, and only 0.3 of a second between Vettel in P6 and Bottas in P18.
Save some. I mean, George was telling me on the way home from Brazil, the set they put on to finish the Grand Prix last weekend, where he's under so much pressure from Lewis, had actually done 2 runs in 6 laps in total for qualifying. And they don't want to be burning up those soft tyres. They want to keep them for later on in Q3, and they want to keep the set for the race.
So we see George Russell there and his teammates.
Copy.
Out on the track, and which way is the brake a problem? Normally it's a bit soft, a bit long when drivers start talking about the brakes.
You know, it's a good brake by wire, of course, so in terms of the brake pedal is not just the mechanical aspect, the rear braking is mostly done by the power unit, so if he's got it could be an electrical issue or a software issue, or it could be a physical issue with the brakes.
Tim Kravitz, let's head down to you.
Yeah, so Mercedes looking for a bit of pace, only 7th and 8th in Q1, but it's been oversteer actually. It's been the problem for Lewis Hamilton all weekend. I think they've got it under control, but these next 2 sessions, he hit the curb there, didn't he, Crofty, a bit going into that corner, but they'll hope to keep the car in one piece. And you might have seen a story that George Russell might have had a water leak that might not have made him finish the Brazilian Grand Prix and put the win under pressure. Well, actually, it turns out
in terms of Q3 performances this season. This Charles Leclerc, let's see what the pace is of the Ferrari. Talk us through this one, Martin.
They see when they're getting through all that lot, especially with the lights blaring at night. Presumably they can turn them down like you can on a Le Mans car. Turn the dashboard strength down a little bit, but it almost looks like the track's sort of invisible out there, doesn't it? It's very realistic in terms of just how much movement is going on, but your brain and your eyes brilliantly calm all that down. Plenty of steering up there to get through the little chicane of 6, what's now 6 and 7, and he's trying to steal a metre or 2 along the inside there. There's a 25 flat. But you know what? Now they've been strict on track limits. What are we seeing? Drivers showing their skill.
Absolutely.
And driving to the track limits.
Which is what we all want to see. Lando Norris goes second fastest, 900ths of Carlos Sainz. Sebastian Vettel finds himself 6th fastest at the moment. Esteban Ocon, who's qualified 9th here in 3 of his last visits, just ahead. Lando Alonso, though, big difference, 3/10 between himself and his teammate. Daniel Ricciardo's only 10th. That's not going to last long. Verstappen goes fastest by nearly 2/10 of a second, and then his teammate Sergio Perez puts in a 1:24.4, puts 4/10 between himself and his teammate.
Yeah, I think Max had a poor middle sector there. I'll just confirm, but as far as I understand, he was on brand new tyres, but that's so I don't think it was a particularly tidy lap for Max there, but it looks like Sergio Perez has hooked it up nicely.
Sergio Perez, I wonder, going for a little less wing here to try and get a better grid spot to try and bag pole ahead of Charles Leclerc. A great shot that from the driver's perspective heading into the chicane.
Open the rear wing and it moves the aero balance forward and helps warm the front tyres a little bit, as explained to me once. All sorts of dynamics and physics going on out there. Mercedes did a really interesting report pre-race. The car's got 250 sensors on it now, feeding information back, like real time here, back at the factory, and then of course they download a load more terabytes of the car when it comes in the pits. on the umbilical cord.
Big data is absolutely everything when it comes to Formula One, and those 250 sensors control the instrumentation and monitoring. They're divided into three very specific areas on that one. Give you the full information on that as to how many megabytes come off a car during the course of a lap. It's about a terabyte, isn't it, in terms of each session. It's a huge amount. And I remember the days when Paddy Lowe was at Williams. He was the man in charge of the ground effect of the track, and he only got that because he had the laps off and nobody else did. That's how he got the job. Sebastian Vettel, fastest overall through the first sector.
I remember the early monitoring you had of the car was the nut holding the steering wheel.
30 megabytes per lap come off a Formula One car. So it's phenomenal. So, personal best all around here, but is it enough for the likes of Stroll, Schumacher, Joe and Tsunoda through the first sector? They need to pick up a little more time for the middle parts of the lap. We're on board with Lance Stroll here, whose previous qualifying efforts have seen him into Q3 once back in 2020. That lap gets him up to 8th, where of course he qualified on that particular. Either way, it was a storming lap from Max Verstappen, and it's put some clear daylight between himself and Carlos Sainz. Red Bull and Ferrari at 1 and 2, Red Bull and Ferrari 3 and 4, Perez and Leclerc. Hamilton ahead of Russell, as you said, Martin. The Mercedes around about 7/10 off the pace.
And of course we're down to 10 cars now, and some of those only going to make one run, and that means traffic becomes less of an issue. So Vettel might still trip over a Red Bull, but they're recovering to the pit, so I don't think so this time around.
Rather cheekily, someone at Aston Martin said, we're only doing one run with Sebastian Vettel to avoid Red Bull getting in our way for a fourth time tonight. The man who holds the record for the most poles in the season with 15 has now been sent out. And if Red Bull get in his way on this lap, I'd be absolutely astounded, because Max Verstappen is going to come into the pits. And Sebastian Vettel then starts what will definitely be his last lap in qualifying in Formula D. Last time he qualified in Q3 here, he was 4th for Ferrari. Last couple of years, 13th and 15th on the grid. It's going to be better than that this time. So Sebastian Vettel, what have you got as he hustles that Aston Martin round the final corner for one last qualifying blast? He crosses the line and he goes P7. Now, no time set yet by Norris or Ricciardo. If he can hold on to 7th or 8th, that'll be a very good job, well done for Aston Martin team. And remember, 6 points with Alfa Romeo not scoring. They'll move up a place in the championship.
Yeah, I think Sepp's run his neck as hard as it will go, because that's within 100th of his fastest time in Q2 as well. He's reaching the limits of the Aston Martin, but it's good enough at the moment, as you say, for P7.
So Daniel Ricciardo, so far 17.4 and a 36.6 for the two sectors. This has been an improved showing for Daniel Ricciardo, who's been out-qualified 19.2 by his teammate Lando Norris during the course of this season. It's his final qualifying for McLaren. Daniel Ricciardo goes to P8, so behind Sebastian Vettel.
He's an old teammate, of course.
Yeah.
So we assume, I think we're sort of moving through the weekend assuming this really is Sebastian Vettel's last race. It's 300th appearance, and that we'll see Daniel Ricciardo again sometime.
Well, we think he's going to be reserve driver for this team, Red Bull. Now, was Max Verstappen over the line? That looked very, very tight. Do you want my glasses?
No, you need to stop me, don't you? Because there's a point where it looks like the front tyre's coming back into play before the rear tyre leaves play, but it's so close. So this time, Max Verstappen is in front of Sergio String in a payback.
It's the help then for Sergio Perez as they complete their outlaps. Their preparation to warm up their tyres, to get their brakes in the right window as well. to go for one last blast for pole, and there is Max Verstappen ahead there of Sergio Perez. Perez wants to arrive out of the hairpin at turn 5 with Max just in front of him and pick up a really nice slipstream with DRS down that backstroke.
It kind of involves Max sacrificing the lap though, doesn't it? So, well, it does involve him sacrificing the lap.
But he's on provisional pole at the moment.
Absolutely. Provisional being the key word there. But, yeah, so he's put the time in. It looks like it sticks in terms of track limits. And now it's about helping his teammate. But there is no way that Max is going to